What's up guys, my name's Asli from Alpha Hair. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are on 9 month. As you can see, the progress that we have made has been very bumpy ride from day number 1 up to today. So this will be a very quick short video and a bit of motivational. So what we're going to do now is quickly give you the update and then move on to the motivational side of it. So we've had our haircut from our last video on 8.5 months. You can see that we've tried to grow a lot of our hair. Thank you for those who have commented and said that it does look nice on me, but as I already mentioned, I do tend to like a little bit high fade, and this is my style, and also it's low maintenance. Something else I've noticed is that when I do grow my hair a lot longer, so every time that I do comb, I feel like I'm losing some sort of a hair. So I think shorter hair may benefit me in the long run. So quickly, let's give you an update. This is how I look like on this side. So the grade is not a big difference. However, from this side you can see there's a massive grade difference, and this is where they dig a lot more deeper than the other side. For those who are new on this channel, we've had our hair transplant around March, and we had about 5,500 grafts, and today we are on the 9 month. So you can see straight away from the top it looks quite dense, and this is how I looked like before. And you can see that I had a lot of no hair in this area, and I've also dropped my hairline, and so this is how it looks like at the back here. It's looking okay, but again they have this is the donor area will never be the same, so I don't know, they may have taken more than what they have claimed, 5,500, and that's something that you need to bear in mind. I have seen a lot of comments in my channel or in other channels where most of the people complain that the donor areas, it looks like it's been over harvested, but again, you can never know. You can't count 5,500 grafts each one by one, so I'm assuming they may have taken a lot more, but I don't know really truly what the number of exact they've taken in terms of grafts. So let's quickly now talk about why I feel like there's a need of a bit of motivation. Firstly, I don't believe in New Year's resolution, but this is something for you to consider. If you do go ahead and have a hair transplant, the first thing you need to consider is your health and well-being. What you eat is very important, and what you eat has a massive play on the growth and development of your health and well-being. So straight away after I've had my hair transplant in Turkey, I was about 2 weeks in there. I've developed a good health program where I've been taking a lot of vegetables, a lot of green stuff, and eating really rich food. So this is very important to avoid any takeaway foods like burgers and fried chickens and fried chips and all those stuff. So my opinion is for you to avoid those as much as possible. You may want to do a cheat meal once a month, like a pizza, and that's about it, just to keep that your taste bud in lock. So I would urge you, for those who are going through this process, to keep their intake measured, and also select it carefully what you eat and what you drink. So that is a very key important for you to do. And the second thing that I'm going to share with you is having a discipline. Discipline is a key. I use the 2-minute rule. So a 2-minute rule is basically for anything that I want to achieve in my life. What I normally do is I take 2 minutes to start whatever I want to do. For example, if I want to go to the gym today and I feel like I'm feeling a bit tired, a bit of sad, a bit of down, and I don't want to go to the gym, what I normally do is I dress up, go into the car and sit down for 2 minutes, and then that gives me either a massive decision where I've already dressed up, I've got my shoes on, my clothes on, my gym gear with me, and I'm in the car. Now I've got 2 minutes there to decide, do I go forward, drive to the gym, or do I go back? 99% I've gone to the gym. There may have been that 1% where I've gone back at home and said screw this, and that is where it's very important to have that 2 minute. You could use this 2 minute irrespective of what your plan is. The hardest part is the starting. Once you've started something, it is really good. It took me over 2 years to decide if I should go ahead and have a HT or not. So for those who are considering of having HT at early age, I will advise you to not go ahead at early stage, simply because it could work to your disadvantage. Your hair transplant is not for those who are just losing their hair for the sake of losing. There could be some underlying conditions that you're losing your hair. It could be because of your intake, your food and your habit. It could be because of you're sick yourself, and so these are things that could be limiting. And also at early age for any surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, it's not beneficial for anyone. So I would suggest you to consider, before having a hair transplant, something else such as PRP. So PRP is basically having a red blood cell and white blood cell in your plasma. They split it into 3, and they're going to inject that PRP into your scalp to stimulate growth in your hair. So because of our hair, our blood cells are not circulating all over around our scalp, and that's the main reason why we lose our hair. So that is something that I would suggest for you to consider. And for those who are still gone ahead and had a hair transplant a while ago, anything over 6 months, I would suggest you to go ahead and have a PRP after 6 months. Let me quickly share with you a story, a bit of motivational. So there was a man who was walking in the streets and he found an egg. That egg was an egg of an eagle, and he took that egg and put it in his back garden with a nest that is with chicken. So now that egg came out, and then with the rest of the chickens, and he started eating just like the chickens, and also trying to jump around just like the chickens. And then when he grew a little bit older, he looked up and asked another chicken, and he said that, "Oh, what is that thing that's flying up there very nicely and majestically?" And then the chicken said that is an eagle. Eagle is the king of the sky. We can never be like that. And then the eagle was like, wow, okay. So he grew up very old, basically thinking he's chicken, that he could never fly just like the eagle. So basically the moral of this story is that your reference group, the people that you're with most of the time, they do make or break you, and also where you've grown up yourself. So another book that I'm reading, which is Unfair Advantage. So these are the things where this book talks about a little bit more. The book basically talks about your location could be your advantage, your reference group could be advantage, the school that you go to, where you have grown up, and the mindset that you grew up with could be advantage to your benefit, or disadvantage in other sense. So your friends are basically who can make you or break you, and it's very important for you to consider who you allow in your circle to join and to remove. If you feel like that you are not growing or developing, just look around. Who are your family member, your friends? What do they talk about most of the time? Could it be they talk about football all the time? Could it be they talk about money all the time? Could it be they talk about nonsense, just wasting time, watching movies or whatever? So these are the things that for you to consider, and this is one of the main reasons that your business or your personal life are not growing or developing. So self-discipline is very important in your life. So although we are coming up New Year now, so I'm not giving you this advice or these tips just because it's New Year. I don't believe in resolution. So what I'm going to suggest you is that to adapt this sort of a process and mindset from early stage. If you're going to have a hair transplant, I would suggest you to start with your diet. As I already mentioned in all of my videos from day number 1, your diet is very important. What you eat, what you take is very important. These are the things that are going to make you or break you. So if you find this video useful, hitting the subscribe button will be delicious. Till next time, stay legend.